Hello. Right now we are going to see how to create flows which to be used in WhatsApp to collect users' data. So first we go in the WhatsApp mini app, which is used to create flows, so that we can collect the users' data for different businesses, surveys, or anything we would like. So we create a new flow. You can give any name you would like to give for this flow. I would be doing like, let's say, for example, let's create a flow for booking, or I would say travel booking. Let's play appointment booking, and we will select for the channel. So this is the first screen. For the flow when we open the flow in WhatsApp. So this is the screen which will show whatever you want to put, whichever component would you would want to put. So these are the component which we can use in the in this screen. They can be multiple screens. So if either you can want, you can do a single screen flow, or you can also do multiple screen flows. It's up to you how you want to do it. So we will do, let's say, two screen flows. So first, um, let's add an image for this one, and take a heading. Okay. And also, let's say if you are creating two screen flow or multiple screen flow, so you would need this component, photo component, to move to the next screens, or to submit your flow. Okay, so and all the rest of the component are used, can be used to take input from the user. So first, let's upload the image. So here the image is uploaded. So we can also change the ratio of the image, how you like. So let's say, let me engage it to, okay. I think that's good. And here heading. So let's say you can write anything you want. Or journey. It's just a quote, so you can write anything you want to write. You can also use subheading or body. It's same. You don't have to worry about, I would say, contents. Now let's move the footer. Footer is used to move from screens to screen, or to submit your flows. So here we will change it to book, and go to is used to move to the next screen. Submit is to submit the flow, and data exchange is to exchange, if you are accepting any input from the users. So and you want that data to be used in the next screen, or to be shown in the next screen. So you would use data exchange and select the next screen. Select the screen to which you want to show your data, or you want to use your data. So we are not exchanging any data, so we will use the go to screen, so that it would, when we will when we select this button, press it button, so it will move us to the screen which we have selected here. So first we have to create a new screen, add a new screen. So let's change the name for these user details, let's say. and we will just change these options to go to user detail. So now when we click the book button here, it will just move us to the next screen which we have selected this user details. So now uh, since we are creating multi-page form, so here we are now we are taking informations which we need for our business, let's say for a business or for a survey. So since we are for this demo we are creating a booking travel booking form, so we will just collect some basic information we need from the user. So let's say first let's get some details. So fill in the okay, so you can also change the fonts, and it can also and also that all these components also have conditional and static options. So conditional option basically it's like an if else case, that what if we it's like putting in conditions to showing all these stuffs. So it's basically you can also create dynamic forms which shows the user data depending on the choice of the selection they are making. So we are just right now doing the static one. So this is the heading for this one, and since we are taking the input from users, so let's just use a checkbox. And this checkbox we will be using to get these suggestions. So okay, here. Let's keep it to four only. Okay. So this is this checkbox we are using to to get multiple options, multiple choices from the users for this demo. Okay, so like vacation and when trip. So this is how it would look after we have added the components, and you can also add the minimum criteria. So we are giving it minimum as selection as one, and maximum obviously since we have four, so we can select up to four. And same thing is also here on also for data exchange, that whatever selection whatever the users are selecting, all this data can be transferred to the can be transferred to the next screen if you want to, if you are if there is next screen for this job. Okay, so let's take some more information. It's a name, an email, and let's take an address for them. So we will using the text area since addresses are long, and Mer- and let's take preferred location. So let's again take a checkbox. Thinking of okay, let's take this one and footer and also the dates. Okay, so all these are the components we are using for this one. So let's edit them up for this text. I want the name for the users. You can also edit the helper text, which is basically this text that what you want the user to type. So we write enter full name, so it would display here. So email is all correct and a long test. So it's we have took this long test to get the address of the users. Okay, and this one we have taken to get number of adults. And children. And also all these components have this required radio buttons, which we can also do false. It's like a mandatory when you fill a form, you see there's a mandatory type for the some options. So by selecting the false option, it's not mandatory for you to fill this component when you are filling the form. And if it's true, it's mandatory. You will not be able to submit the form. So we have to do it false if you don't want to keep it mandatory. So, but we are right now keeping it true. Since it's mandatory, and locations. Let's add. Or we can just do is we just list. Let's just add something like this. Same for the selections, since we are taking multiple selections. So this one and let's also add no if the user does not want any preference, does not have any preferences, and select it. So we are just taking a select from it means if we're just getting a date from which the user want to travel from to, like, so we can also set the start date and end date. So let's take if you are creating a aside from this example, if you're creating let's say personal appointment or meeting or something like that. So you can just set set the dates in between in which you are available for the meeting, or what date you want to include for the selections. So you can just do that, or you can just leave it empty. And these are and you for these unavailable dates, these are the dates which will not which you will not be able to select, or you does not want in their in your calendar, or you don't does not want the user to select these date. So this can be added here in unavailable dates. It can be multiples, you can select multiple dates however you want. So this is one. So we are just not selecting anything right now. This, and this is the footer. So now we are just, since we are creating just two page form, so we are just submit button. So this so for this button we will be using the submit. So we will submitting the form, and once in this flows, once you submit the form, you are not able to check your data again, that what you have filled. So it's completely safe, as since once it submit, no one, not other users or anyone else, will be able to access the data whichever you have filled. So it's safe also. And also let's just do that. Let's just go to the next screen. Create one screen extra, just to show you something. Just a sec. Let's add another screen. So just to see whatever data we have filled here. Okay, so this is heading and footer. So let's say fill user details, and just a sec. As you can see here, these are all the data which we have collected in the previous screen. So this is one good feature we can use. We are able to use to use the data from different screens to be used in next screen, or however we want. So let's just let's just do is select this one, and name, email, and so right now let's just keep it till only. So this is the data we have filled in a previous screen. So we can just as I was saying, we can use the data from different screen in other screen also. So here I would submit my form, and also in this screens we can also call the APIs. If we like say if we are getting a data from different sites, or if you want to use the APIs uh, of of different platforms, so we can use the APIs here in the data source. So now call API one. Here we are able to use different APIs. So you can, if you have any link, or you want to data to be imported from different websites or anything like that, we can use it here. And all the inputs which we are using, if in case you want the input to be used in this API also, also that can be used. So let me show you something. Let's say here. So if in case you are using an API to get the data, or you are using an API to get a request or send a request, something like that. So, and you want to use the data from this which we have gathered from the users on the forms. So you can use that also. Okay, so you can these are the inputs which we have taken from the user. So you can use this input for your API call also if you want to. Okay, so this is that, and right now I will just save and apply. So the flow has been successfully submitted. It's right now it's still in a draft mode, in which if you want to change, it's like in testing mode. If you want to change anything, or you want to change the flow after testing, so we can do it right now here. So once and if and after once it's published, we are not allowed to edit the flow. So we are just and also this is the preview button which we can use to preview the flow, that how flow will look once it's published. And just like, so this is how the flow will look in our WhatsApp. So this is the details, and okay. So here you can check the see the preview of your flows, and this is the publishing. We are right now publishing this flow to be used after. So since the flow has been published, let's now just do a testing. So I will send it to my number. Okay. So now the flow has been sent to my number. So just a sec. So this is the flow which I have received on my number, which I have already sent after making it right now. So let's just open the flow. So this is how the flow looks. So let's the book. Let's choose international travel. We can select multiple options. Since we have given the validations of selecting to choosing from 1 to 4 options, it means so we will have to choose at least one. So let's do international, and let's add our details, email, address. Number status. Let's see. I think we can add anything. In the earlier in these when we're creating this option, you would have seen that while setting these options for the preferred location, you have seen that this description of metadata. You can also add different data, or we can say more data for giving a broad spectrum, or explaining in detail your options. So we can add also add that. And so let's select I can Korea from. So let's just select a date. Say, okay, continue. So this is the detail which have been given, which we have selected, and it's been showing here. And once we submit the flow, we are not allowed to open the flow again. So all the data which we have, all the information which we have selected, will be safe once it has been submitted. So no other users are able to check your data. As you see here, after submitting the flow, this is the response which we have received after submitting the flow. Let's say we have selected international travel, Gmail, and it's for this international travel. It's showing in this bracket because we have selected multiple options. Okay, and this is all the data which we have selected. Thank you.